Great news, Gatsby! Our national zoo is saved! Yes, you heard me right. Our Malaysian Zoo Negara has been rescued from financial collapse. Wait, what? We have a national zoo? What? What is this Bang Negara? Yeah, come on guys. Come on. We have a zoo, okay? Okay. So what happened is obviously nobody is visiting the zoo now that the MCO is in place. So obviously they're not earning any income from tickets or if selling or renting their event space. Yeah. So the Zoo Negara had to start up a adopt an animal campaign. Okay, and they succeeded. They managed to raise enough money, and yes, they can now feed all 4,000 over animals that live in the zoo. Okay, good news for you. Yeah, okay, for those of you guys that are still going, what was this national zoo? Come on guys. Okay, here is the national zoo. This is what it looks like. Okay, looks pretty cool, right? So the national zoo is obviously located in Malaysia. It's 110 acres. It's very, very big. Okay, because you have to have animals and space for them to roam around. So 90% of the animals are in open enclosures. So it's more humane, I guess. Which is ironic, because saying it's humane, the word human, but it's good for the animals. Anyway, yeah, so it's located in Ulu Klang in the Gombak district, Selangor. Okay, it was officially opened on the 14th of November 1963 by our very first Prime Minister, the great Tunku Abdul Rahman. Okay, there you go, in case you don't know where it is. There it is. Quite well rated. Okay, so it's there. Just in Taman Malawati. Okay, so I mentioned they have over 4,000 animals with over 400 different species. Okay, and I think they're doing alright now, because do you know how much it costs to feed 4,000 animals? Do you? Have you even thought about it? I'll tell you how much. It costs them 12,000 ringgit. 12,000 ringgit. So that's definitely more than this, whatever this paltry amount is. 12,000 ringgit a day to feed all the animals. Okay, so they needed to raise like $1 million. So yeah, I mean, people were very forthcoming. Lots of donations came in, and not just from locals. Some of it came from international sources like the US, Italy, and China. Yeah, just drop there. Okay, so if you still want to support them, I'm sure you can. Go look up the Adopt an Animal campaign. And if you want to watch the animals live, did you know that there is a Zoo Negara live channel? So you can spy on the animals 24/7. I think, maybe not. Yep. Okay, so there you go. The zoo will still be there when this MCO is over. Alright. Alrighty. Okay. Now, a random story. There was this drunk German gentleman who was urinating, pissing by the side of the road in broad daylight, as you do. Happily pissing away. And this American walked by, and the American saw him, and he was like, "Oh, gross!" Oh, and the German turned his head to him, not his whole body, thankfully, and said, "Oh, Dankeschön." Oh, it's a joke. That's the joke. You get it? A hint. The word gross means something else in Deutsch, German language. Okay? It means weak. Speaking of foreign languages, on to our Korean lesson. Haha. So, Hanguk onun otte? How is your Korean coming along? So, let's look at today's. Right, come on, you can read it. You got this. Come on. What's this one? What's this? This one, you know it. It is the D sound, D, and this is the oo, ew. Okay, so this is do, like doo doo doo. Okay, yeah, so whistling rabbit. Okay, next, rabbit sitting under the sky, supposed to be on a windowsill. So this is a S-I-L, sill, do sill. Okay, what's this? So I just mentioned this is this inverted S, or a square snake, whatever you like. It is the L sound. L. What is this? Come on, what is this? What is this rabbit doing on this mattress? It is lay. And of course, empty circle on 2 sticks is yo. Okay, let's put it together. Dusil leyo. Dusil leyo? It's a question. What question, you ask? Okay, this is a question that you would ask someone if you wanted to offer them something. Okay, so it pretty much means, do you want some blank? Okay, so in Korean you would put the subject in front. So whatever item you wish to offer them, you would put it at the front. So if I wanted to ask you, do you want some coffee? I would say, kopi dusileo. Okay, there you go. So coffee is kopi, like in Malay, kopi. Alright, and if you want to offer them tea, tea in Korean is the same as in Chinese, it's cha. Okay, so you would say, cha dusileo, would you like some tea? Okay, so get creative with it. Chuck in whatever you want in front, you know, whatever thing you wish to offer that friend of yours, you know, maybe a little something something. Obviously I mean like marshmallows. Marshmallow dusileo? Yeah. Okay, there you go. Next, cat fact. Alright, what is this vomeronasal organ business? Okay, so yesterday I mentioned that cats have a very keen sense of smell. Okay, keener than us humans. But they also have another special organ that helps them smell certain things in the air. Okay, so this is the vomeronasal organ, also known as the Jacobson's organ. Alright, it's a special smell sensory organ that is located in the soft tissue just inside the navel cavity above the mouth. Here, I'll show you where it is. There you go. That's it right there, above the mouth. Tongue, mouth, roof of the mouth, and this thing here. Okay, so it's between the nose and the mouth. Okay, so what does it do? So this special organ is used by the animal to detect special pheromones, usually of the same species. So it's how cats smell out other cats. Are they a threat? Are they a partner? Are they, you know, things like that? Okay. And how do they do this smell? Why am I even going on about this random organ that you clearly have no interest in? It is because they do this. Right? Have you ever seen your cat do a weird derp? You know, they look like they're smiling at you, and you know they're doing that grimace. They're like, ah, it's like a weird yawn where they stick the tongue up. Okay, so that whole whatever thing is called a phlegm response or a phlegm reaction. Comes from the German word. Here, I'll show you a video of it. It's even better. And a tiger. See? There you go. That's a phlegm response. See, it looks like they're smiling, but they're really not. They're just trying to get air into their vomeronasal organ so they can sniff out them special pheromones in the surrounding atmosphere. Okay, so what are these pheromones that I speak of? Okay, so pheromones are special chemicals released by animals, us including us, yeah, we release pheromones that your body can detect, and it triggers a certain response. Ooh, scary, look at me. Okay, alright, so these pheromones are chemicals that you can't smell. They have no smell, but your body can detect, and it will create a certain response. Okay, so these chemicals are released by all sorts of animals, so they help you identify, well, not us, but like, you know, cats. They help them identify if they're prey, predators, or, you know, their sex pheromones from potential mates, and it triggers a certain physiological response in the animal. Okay, so it's not just cats that have this vomeronasal organ. A lot of reptiles have it. Snakes, lizards, you know, when they flick their tongue out. Okay, and in a lot of mammals. So apart from cats, dogs have it. Dogs, horses, pigs, cows, even some primates. So in humans, there what appears to be there appears to be vestiges, remnants of this vomeronasal organ. Okay, but it's not functional. It doesn't work, and that's why it's called vestigial. It's a vestigial organ. Okay, so there you go. All right, now that we're on the topic of smell, let's talk about bunny smells. Not smelly bunnies, I mean, but like bunny's sense of smell. Okay, so how good is a rabbit's sense of smell? So it's 20 times better than yours. So maybe you might be thinking, well, how do you come up with that number? 20 times? That makes no sense. Why not 100 times? Yes, well, if you thought that, I'm glad you did. That's a good question. So how do they come up with these seemingly arbitrary numbers? Well, they calculated the number of smell receptors. So yesterday I mentioned that cats have quite a number of smell receptors. You remember how many? No? Okay, cats have 45 to 80 million of these smell receptors. How many do you have? You know? Don't know? You have a paltry 5 million. Yes. And rabbits have 20 times what you have. So what's 20 times 5? Come on. Chop chop. 100 million. Okay, so that's quite a lot. Lots of little microscopic detectors. Okay, so that's why rabbits sniff constantly, because they need to smell out if there are any animals trying to sneak up on them, you know, catch them for lunch, munch, okay, or smell out their friends, you know, like I mentioned just now, the pheromones. So rabbits, of course, have pheromones as well. It helps them communicate indirectly, you know, without making sounds and all that. So they sniff it. Okay, so rabbits' noses are very sensitive, so kindly avoid any strong artificial scents. You know, if you're gonna spray out that perfume, I gotta smell awesome, yeah. Try not to hug your rabbit too tightly, because your rabbit's gonna like suffocate, be like, oh my god, I can't breathe, oh my nose. It aggravates their little rabbit noses, okay? So yes, and also if it gets too dusty, also irritates their noses, so maybe try and clean their enclosure, their cage or whatever every now and then. Yeah, you got that. Okay. Right. So, how you guys hanging in there? Yeah, doing all right. Yeah, I was kind of hoping it would rain yesterday. It was like all the rumbling and dark clouds. And today looks the same. You know, it's been overcast the whole day, but there's no rain. What is this? It's just messing with us, just teasing us. And all I get is mosquitoes. I swear I guess they haven't been fogging very often, which is fair enough. So mosquitoes are having a field day every night. It's just like a new mosquito comes in. So, you know, I'm hoping at least if it rains, then it'll cool a little bit, so I can swat them mosquitoes without like breaking into a sweat. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all for me. I hope you are having a wonderful day and many, many more. Okay, so take care now, and yeah, drop me a line, see how you're doing. Jeremy challenged me to a plank challenge. Planking. I'm gonna spice it up a bit. Give me some ideas before I do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna get to it right now. Okay, no, not right now. Probably have something to eat first. All right. Anyway, that's enough from me. Have a good one. I will see you when I see you. In the meantime, I will continue to rant tomorrow. Sam out. See ya later. Toodles. Oh wait, what was it? Korean again? Da e bois.